Have you ever felt confused about how to properly manage resources in your code? It can be tricky, especially when it comes to using the dispose method in the unit of work pattern. If that's you, stick around because today we're diving into this important topic. I totally understand your frustration. Many developers have faced similar questions about resource management and disposal in their applications. You're not alone in this, and it's a common hurdle in software development. Let's look at your specific question. You mentioned that you have implemented the repository and unit of work pattern using Entity Framework, but you're unsure about who calls the dispose method. This is a great question, and it's crucial for managing resources effectively. The dispose method is typically called when you want to free up resources that your application no longer needs. In the context of the unit of work pattern, it's often called by the consumer of the class, usually when the object goes out of scope or is no longer needed. And stay tuned. At the end of this video, I'll share a simple example that will clarify how to use the dispose method effectively. To understand who calls the dispose method, we need to look at the implementation of the unit of work pattern. Typically, the dispose method is called when the user is done using the unit of work instance. If the user uses a using statement, the dispose method is automatically called at the end of the block. This is a common practice to ensure resources are released properly. Now, if the user decides not to use a using statement, they must call dispose manually. This can be done in the code where the unit of work is used. The user asked if they should use the using statement. Yes, it is recommended because it simplifies resource management and ensures that dispose is called even if an exception occurs. In summary, the dispose method is crucial for managing resources in the unit of work pattern. The user should prefer using the using statement for automatic disposal. Fun fact, the concept of resource management in programming is as old as programming itself. Just like how we need to manage our time wisely, we need to manage our resources in code. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. This user explains that the dispose method in the unit of work pattern is typically called by a dependency injection container, like autofac. They emphasize that the unit of work class should manage the disposal of the DB context. They suggest simplifying the dispose method to just call the dispose method of the context without needing additional dispose methods or suppress finalize calls. Additionally, they highlight the importance of using the using statement. This is because only objects implementing iDisposable can be used in a using block, which ensures that dispose is called automatically. Remember, using using not only simplifies your code, but also helps prevent memory leaks. It's a win-win situation. And there you have it. You now know how to properly use dispose in the unit of work pattern. Keep practicing and you'll master resource management in no time. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more coding tips and tricks.